Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Drunk Tank.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Drunk Tank.
Hi.
I don't know if we're cool enough to warrant that bitchin' intro.
That was pretty serious.
It was.
I wonder where he stole it from.
Every time I've been listening to it before today, I was like, "Is this stolen?" I've been trying to find it on Google.
Yeah.
Like, don't want to repeat.
Somebody wants to let us know who actually made that music, please.
Yeah, someone claiming to be Graydena Fricka says that he's the one who did it.
Wait a minute. I know the real Graydena Fricka.
he even gave me like a phonetic pronunciation of his username.
Oh, did he really?
He was insistent that I not mispronounce it.
Are you pronouncing it correctly, or are you fucking with him?
I'm totally pronouncing it correctly. Graydena Fricka.
That makes sense to me.
Works for me. God. Hey, we're like half podcast today.
It's an intimate pairing this week.
Maybe we should do it NPR style.
You want to do it NPR style? You know, it's funny. We just did that. Jack and I, just as a joke. By the way, I'm Jeff.
Oh, and I'm Gus.
Hey, Jack and I just did a video for Aliens vs. Predator yesterday for Achievement Hunter, and we did that like golf commentator thing just on a whim for fun. And that video's got more comments than just about any other video. Mostly they're people going like, "I don't understand what they're doing. I'm so confused."
It's funny you say golf commentator. I really thought y'all were doing like NPR
Same thing.
type news people.
Yeah, like
I just wanted to get a warm cup of
Terry
chicory
Gross
and sit down. And
yeah.
It was like,
Listen to Steve Inskeep.
It was like having Robert Siegel and in crew with me.
Soraya Hardy Nelson.
Man, we're huge nerds.
Gus and I, let it be known, are huge NPR fans.
Big time.
Big time. NPR's pretty hardcore.
If you're extreme like us, then you can listen.
Yeah.
So I guess we should explain. It's only you and I this week because we're back in the swing of things with Red vs. Blue production. So
boy, are we.
So we're not even recording in our normal room. We're back in the conference room again. As people can probably tell if they can hear the buses and the construction out behind us.
They're building a 3-story building across the street from us, so you might hear some noises from that. Some jackhammers and whatnot. Why do you need a jackhammer to build a building? Don't you need a jackhammer to tear one down?
I think they tear it down and then they rebuild it. Isn't that what they're doing?
I don't know, man. It's loud, though. Also,
maybe instead of hammers, they have jackhammers to like bang all the nails in.
That's possible. It goes faster that way. Also, Bernie was promised to be on the podcast this weck and broke his promise.
I know. But he's busy.
He is busy. He's working on Red vs. Blue right now. As a matter of fact, I was just working on it too about 35 seconds ago. And the second this is over, I'll be back there working on it again as well.
And we announced that the new season of Red vs. Blue, I guess, is starting April 1st. We'll kick it off on the website. But we're showing the first few episodes at PAX East in Boston. I think our panel's on that weekend, sometime between March
27th,
and March 28th,
I think,
somewhere in
probably. There. Yeah, so if you are on the East Coast or have enough disposable income to fly to the East Coast, you can see the first few episodes of Red vs. Blue on a big screen in a large room with thousands of people.
Mm-hmm. I think when we made the announcement on our website, we said the first 3 episodes.
I'm not sure if it could be more, it could be less. I think it's going to be at least 3 episodes.
It might be more.
Might be more.
Who knows?
Who knows?
There'll definitely be some cool stuff there.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'm excited about PAX East in general. I had no idea that it was going to launch as such a big event.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I know we've talked about it a lot already, of course, but it's mind-boggling that they're selling it out.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be like 60,000 people, right? That's as big as PAX West. What the fuck?
I have no idea where they're going to move to after this.
Man, with the moon.
The moon. PAX Moon.
PAX Moon.
I think they're shooting for that by 2020.
PAX Lunar. So what do you want to talk about today, Gus?
I don't know. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to go too long. I feel like you and I are boring.
No, dude, we're the dynamic duo, best friends. We're fucking gabbing away. Oh, hey, we should also mention while we're plugging our own stuff, we should mention that we have a Griffball miniseries up on Halo Waypoint.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Expansion. I think the first episode just went up the other day. And we have, I think there's 2 more, and then there's
the trailer and the first episode are already up there.
And there's going to be a second episode, a third episode, like a behind-the-scenes episode, like a spotlight on Rooster Teeth. There's like it's a flurry of videos.
It's a cornucopia.
A cornucopia. A videocopia.
Join us on Halo Waypoint, where we explore the behind-the-scenes of Rooster Teeth Productions. Like that, something like that.
You sounded so much like All Things Considered there. That was pretty cool.
All Things Considered might be my favorite. Okay, enough of that.
Enough NPR.
So I've been playing Heavy Rain. I picked it. I picked it up for Achievement Hunter the other day. I've been making some videos for it.
Yeah, dude. I got to tell you, I was super, super, super excited for Heavy Rain. Like I caught the Heavy Rain bug kind of late. Mm-hmm. Sometime over the weekend, I was getting ready. You know, every weekend I sit down and I figure out what games are coming out, and then I try to divvy them up between you, Jack, and I, and who's going to cover what. Mm-hmm. I typically give you the PS3 stuff because you're a little more open-minded to PlayStation than Jack and I are.
I'm down.
And but so I started watching Heavy Rain videos on GameSpot, and I watched about 10 of them. and I was like, fuck, I gotta have this game immediately. I almost went out and bought a PS3 Slim right then. If I wouldn't have been drunk, I probably would have. You don't want to drive drunk. And so Tuesday morning, I got up really early, and I went to Target to get Heavy Rain for you, and I was so excited. And then, of course, I went to your desk to watch you load it up and play it, and what happened?
Well, it took a while before I could start playing.
How long would you estimate we waited around for you to start playing Heavy Rain?
I actually was timing it secretly.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, I put the disc in, and just to play devil's advocate here. In the PS3's defense, we don't turn it on too often. We don't play
usually to watch
that
Blu-ray
often.
Movies.
So we turned it on, and I put the game in, and it told me there was a system update.
Of course.
It took 21 minutes for the system update to complete.
Just to play devil's advocate, I will say that the entire NXC didn't take that long to download.
Right.
But whatever.
Okay, and then once that was done, I was like, okay, great, I can play my game. Put my game in, starts loading up, and it says, oh, there's a launch day patch for it. There's like a 286 meg patch that has to be installed for Heavy Rain.
Okay.
So I go through that process, and that's I take it back. That's part of the operating system. That was 21 minutes. So the PS3 system update and the Heavy Rain update all told were 21 minutes.
Okay.
Then I was like, okay, fine, we're through that. I can play my game. Try to launch the game. The game has to install.
Oh.
Took another 7 minutes. So, but playing devil's advocate, they gave me a piece of origami paper.
It's true. So
in the PS3 game, so I could fold like a little thing, and like during the installation screen, they give you like a walkthrough on how to fold and make like the origami killer's little crane.
Well, that's nice.
So it took 28 minutes.
So
from
30
the time I opened it to the time I could start.
30 minutes to play it. Probably could have cut 15 minutes out had you already patched your PS3. But still, 15 minutes before you could play the game.
Yeah.
God, that's annoying. Okay, so then it finally loaded up, and I was super excited, and I watched you play it for about an hour, and you didn't do a goddamn thing. Like, you took a shower, and you took a piss, and you set the table with the fine china, and then you played in the yard with your kid. It was more boring than watching The Sims.
It's funny you say that. I had the exact same reaction, and I showed my wife the video last night. She had the exact same reaction, too. She was like, this looks like The Sims.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, it was gorgeous.
Well, but you got to think about it this way, though. It's like a tutorial level. It's the first level in any game, where they're just trying to get you used to the control scheme, and it's kind of like a tutorial.
I totally get that. And I think the control scheme is really cool, and really it's like a... Well, I hope it's more than like a new version of Dragon's Lair, because it seemed like almost like QuickTime events, but it's presented in a very cool way. And I'm sure once you get into the meat of the story and you're chasing down serial killers and punching dudes in the face, then it'll be a really rewarding experience.
Yeah, and I've played beyond the prologue a bit, and I've gotten into, a couple of the stories, and it's good. It's fun.
Are you sucked into the story? Like, are you? Because everything I read was like you identify so greatly with the character that by the end, like you really are emotionally connected to all three of them.
I'm not really too sucked in yet. I've just done the, the first guy's story. I've done the private investigator, and I just started the FBI guy's stuff.
Okay.
So that's where I am. So I'm still, I guess, trying to figure out each character.
Do you have any idea how long that game is?
I read the GameSpot review, and I think it said between 8 and 10 hours.
It's a perfect length for a game.
Yep.
Anywhere between 6 and 10 hours, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I've gotten into a little combat already as the private investigator, and
oh yeah,
so yeah, it's fun.
I liked your first video, and it's getting rave reviews across the internet. So.
A great many YouTubers have died in the flame wars of that video comment.
I think there's definitely a need for PS3 trophy videos on Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, the Uncharted stuff did really well. This seems to be doing well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I tried to look to see if there was much competition, if there were many other people making trophy videos for Heavy Rain, and there was another guy who had the same, like the Happy Birthday walkthrough, which is what I posted. Except in his walkthrough, you can hear like a baby crying in the background, and a bunch of other stuff.
So he's being a negligent parent.
He's being a negligent parent in real life to be a good parent on the PS3.
Video game. That doesn't.
It's a little weird.
Technology. What are you going to do? That's the way the world's going.
Kids, they can fend for themselves.
That's true. You can't coddle them forever, Gus.
So I got a bit of a problem, Jeff.
All right, what's your problem?
The other day I got a key for the StarCraft 2 beta.
Yes.
The problem is that Blizzard's a great company because they always launch their games on both Mac and PC platforms. They've always done that. The beta is only on the PC.
Oh, what are you going to do about that? When was the last time you owned a PC?
Well, it's been a while. But last night I tried to run Boot Camp on my Mac.
Okay.
But it said that it couldn't repartition my hard drive for some reason. It recommended I reinstall Mac OS.
Oh, no,
to be able
really?
to run Boot Camp. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
Is this on your MacBook Pro?
Yeah, I may just let Time Machine run, back it up, then format it. And
Joel's on vacation all week, and he has our PC environment in the office. Why don't you just install it on one of his PCs?
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be sitting over there the rest of the week.
Yeah, you should do it, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch you play it, because one of the most fun times I remember is hanging out with you in your old apartment that had the concrete floors and watching you get a hemorrhoid while you played the Brood Wars.
In my defense, that wasn't Brood War.
What was it?
That was Rainbow Six.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember watching you play Brood Wars around the same time.
Yeah,
you were obsessed with it.
The hemorrhoid was fucking Rainbow Six. But Brood War I did play a lot of.
It was good times. Back when we were all young and full of life.
Back before I hated everything. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you always
hated everything.
Everything.
It's funny. I'm starting to see Brandon slowly turn. He was so young and full of life when he started working here, and now
he's getting paler, and his eyes are getting sunken in, and it's like he's slowly turning over to the dark side.
He's getting more and more beat down. He fell for his first fake death hoax on the website the other day.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Who did he fall for?
I don't know. It was like he was like showing it to me like, oh look, this guy, he was a soldier. He died in Afghanistan. I looked at it, I said, that's fake. He goes, no, it's real. I go, no, I guarantee you that's fake. So he looked into it, and he dug around. He spent like a week trying to figure it out, and he was like, oh, you were right. It was fake.
Brandon, I wish if he'd only listened to us, there's so much we could teach him about the internet and the world.
Everyone's always dying and then coming back.
It's true. So, hey, dude, Lost was last night.
Oh, shit, yeah, it was.
Do you want to start the Lost spoiler talk right? Don't listen
now. Okay.
What did you think?
It was good. Well, I liked it. I feel like the episode ended on a strong note. I felt like there was a lot of wandering in the jungle. Like the Hurley, like even Hurley acknowledges it. Where he's like, "Oh, it's kind of old school, Jack. You and me walking through the jungle doing shit."
It's kind of funny. I was talking about this with Bernie earlier, and he had an interesting point about that I'll speak for him since he can't be here to give his own opinions. I actually liked that particular set of dialogue with Hurley because I kind of had that feeling as they were walking, and then Hurley goes, hey, it's like old times. You and I walking through the jungle going somewhere. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're doing. We're just following orders blindly, It actually made me nostalgic for the first couple seasons of Lost. Like, it's the first time I've felt that way watching the series. Lost has never seemed like something I could go back and rewatch because, I don't know, because there's so many questions, and I wouldn't want to go back so far where none of the questions have been answered and watch them be so fucking, for lack of a better word, lost, going through it. But that little conversation, I don't know, I got like all nostalgic, and it kind of made me want to go back and watch season 1 and season 2 again. Bernie said that when he watched that, and then also right after that, they found the cave, that they were like, oh, the cave, we used to live here. And then they found Shannon's inhaler on the ground, and they're like, oh, hey, Shannon, remember her? He said that he thought it was their way of acknowledging that, hey, this all used to be really important, and we spent years and years building this up, and now it means nothing, and they're just going to throw away. I don't know if I agree with him, but it was an interesting point. However, I liked the entire episode.
It was great. I had one gripe though. It seems Hurley and Jack are going up to the lighthouse, and they have to turn it to 108 degrees.
Right.
And Jack notices all the names on the different degrees. Why don't they just look and see who's at 108?
Right.
There's like Jack's like smash.
Well, I guess if you believe what Jacob said, then maybe it really wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't important to turn the lighthouse. They might not have even needed to do that. He just wanted to get Jack in there to see Jack's name.
Of course, that's what Jacob knew, but they didn't know that.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. Their motivation should have been, hey, Jack's on here. Let's see if Hurley's on here. Let's see who else we know's on here. Let's certainly see who we're here to turn it to.
And of course, from Jacob's perspective, like you said, it doesn't matter. But from their perspective, they totally should have been motivated to look at it.
Hey, the first reflection that they saw was like a church or something.
Yeah.
Did you get any idea who that was or what that was about?
No. I haven't read Jeff Jansen's write-up or Lostpedia yet.
Yeah, I want to look on Lostpedia and see if they have an answer for that. I will say I was annoyed by the promo for next week.
Oh, like, we can't show you anything, but we'll answer questions.
Next week's episode is so groundbreaking and important, we can only show you a few clips. So, God, come on.
But,
getting annoying.
To address your comment about not being able to rewatch old seasons, before last season, I went back and I watched all the old seasons on DVD leading up to the new season, leading up to season 5, I guess. And it's actually really enjoyable, really watchable.
Well, it's always fun to watch a great, like a body of episodes at once, instead of stringing it along week after week. And I'm sure you pick up a little bit here and there. But I would be worried I would notice inconsistencies and stuff that would bother me. Because I don't, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of them out there.
They're pretty good about that. What would drive you nuts is dropped storylines and stuff that you still don't know about. You're like season 1 watching, you're like, oh, fuck, they still haven't answered that.
I know, right? Like, that would be the thing. Like, and then they get the hatch, and they're like, whoa, it's a hatch. You'd be like, everything is the hatch. Like, the hatch doesn't mean a goddamn thing, Who cares about the fucking hatch? Let's move on.
Yeah.
So, I also don't like, I was thinking about, Bernie and I were talking a little bit about the alternate timeline stuff that's going on, and his idea or his view of that is that they're showing that even without the island, these people are so inextricably connected that they can't get away from each other. And he feels like they kind of and that they were paired. And he feels like they kind of blew it with having the Asian dude be at the piano recital.
It's funny he said that because I was thinking the exact same thing. When I saw him at the recital, I thought this is totally out of place. It doesn't fit anymore.
I was thinking, and he was annoyed with Jack having a son. I was thinking that maybe the whole point of that is, as a throwaway, is to just show what their lives were supposed to be like without the influence of the island, right? Because if you think about it from an early age, they've been influenced by Jacob and like Richard Alpert. Like Richard Alpert went and saw Locke as a little kid and showed him like the stopwatch and like the knife and all that shit. And that without any of that influence, this would have been their natural lives. And this is maybe the way of like, what I'm hoping is maybe this is just their way of showing these people and saying, hey, this is the normal life they should have had. Without having their lives essentially ruined by this stupid island, regardless, I hope they get away from that really quickly. I'm sick of the alternate reality stuff.
Well,
I really don't care about it.
When they were off the island last season, I was afraid that the whole season would be them like just trying to get back to the island, but they did away with that real quick.
They did.
I think they're going to do the same thing this season, where we'll probably very quickly end with the parallel universe stuff.
Yeah, either that or Bernie said it would be interesting if those people all ended up back on the island anyway somehow. Like they just can't get away from. Of course, the island's underwater.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's fucked up.
Okay.
All right.
Are we done?
And thus ends Lost.
Okay. Ooh, that was
intense.
Yeah. Enlightening conversation.
Oh man. So we've been talking a lot about Austin food lately. Mm-hmm. So I'll continue that. I read an article the other day about a school bus that sells barbecue, and it drives around town selling barbecue. And so I tracked it down. It's at like a different location every day. And I tracked it down in a lumber yard the other day. Mm-hmm. I ordered a hamburger and a mac and cheese wedge, which is like if you made mac and cheese a pie and then you like cut a wedge out.
That sounds good.
It was pretty good. My burger was undercooked. But it's kind of a cool experience to eat in a lumberyard parking lot out of a school bus.
Didn't they forget part of your order, though?
They forgot. I ordered a jalapeno sausage, and they forgot it. I'm a little sad about that. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't going to drive all the way back over town to find it.
Yeah, well, and on that same note, we found that Mexican-Korean food truck called Cilantro that's like Kogi out in L.A. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Have we talked about that already?
No, we haven't talked about it in the podcast.
Okay.
We made journals. We did it because we ate there last Thursday.
I like that they make you work for that food because they move that truck around every week too, and you have to like follow them on Twitter.
Yeah,
or
I was going to say we should go eat there for lunch today, but I was
who knows where it
I
is.
should, I got to check Twitter and see if they're downtown today or not. No, I think they're supposed to be downtown today.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'm down with it, dude. If you want to go get some more, you had the burrito, right?
Yeah, it was good.
You liked it?
Yeah.
And you said the salsa was like kimchi salsa.
Yeah, it was weird.
But it was good.
Yeah, it was real good.
All right, cool,
I would give it a shot.
I'm definitely gonna give it a shot.
This is totally unrelated, but the other day I saw an article on CNN that's saying Las Vegas is considering opening a liquor store at the airport.
Really?
Yeah. I guess there's already obviously at all airports there's already like
the
bars
duty-free shop
and
well.
some some have duty-free shops, but this would be like a liquor store like next to baggage claim. So like as you get there, you get your bags. You're like, oh, I'm gonna buy some booze for the cab ride to the hotel.
Dude, I hope they do that because that's brilliant. Mm-hmm. Can you drink in a cab in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, why don't we move to Las Vegas?
I think Las Vegas has very lax laws about like open containers and drinking and stuff.
Didn't you have an incident where you
yeah.
What was it? The parking lot attendant made you go out to the street to drink your alcohol?
Yeah. I was walking down the street. My wife wanted to go to some crappy like little tourist trap shop.
Yeah.
So I walked over with her, and I was like, I got bored inside the shop, so I was like, drinking out in the parking lot. And security came over and was like, "Sir, you can't drink in the parking lot." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You have to go to the street and drink your liquor, sir."
Sir,
like,
please go drink in public.
Okay, I'll go to the street and drink my beer.
It reminds me of growing up in like around New Orleans. It was always like that. It was great.
I've only ever been in New Orleans once.
Really?
When I was in college, and I remember it stinking.
Yeah, well, a lot of stuff smells.
Yeah.
But like for me, growing up in Mobile, Alabama, it was about a 2-hour drive to New Orleans, and the drinking age was still 18 back then. Mm-hmm. So like every weekend, you would just be like, "I'm gonna go stay at my friend's house and then drive to New Orleans."
When did they?
Just
change
kidding,
that?
Mom. That never happened.
They changed that like 96, 97 is when they raised.
I was over 21, so it didn't matter to me at that point.
I think they changed it right before I turned 18. I think right around that time.
Oh,
and I was going to go to college in Houston, and they fucking raised it.
That's too bad, man.
Stupid.
Houston's still a good drive to New Orleans, though.
Yeah, it's
still be like
close to
6 hours.
Closer than Eagle Pass.
I guess that is true.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours. The one time I went from Houston.
But in Mexico doesn't have a drinking age, does it?
That's true.
So in Mexico, you could be drinking at 7.
Yeah, that's true. But I didn't want to go to university. Get my schooling in Mexico.
No?
No.
What's the university in Piedras Negras?
I have no idea. I don't even know if there is one.
There's got to be. It's a big town. There's like 200,000 people there, right?
I guess. Yeah, there's like 200,000, I guess. Yeah, 200,000 or 300,000. I don't know.
Town that invented the nacho.
Yep. That restaurant closed.
No, really?
Yeah.
That used to be our thing. Like, every time I'd go stay with your family, we'd go to Piedras for the weekend. Stay with your family and you go past, then go into Mexico. Mm-hmm. We would always eat at that restaurant.
Yeah, they closed.
Oh, I'm so sad to hear that. What was that place called?
Moderno. Mm-hmm.
Why'd they close? Just bad recession? Or?
I guess. Bad business.
Damn, dude.
That place has been open for a long time.
Now I'm all depressed.
Why do we always end up talking about food?
Because the podcast is always right around lunch.
I guess
And
so.
you and I are like, everybody else in the office just eats lunch whenever, 2, 3 o'clock.
I don't get that.
I don't get that either. You and I eat lunch at 11:30 every day.
Yeah, we
want to get rid of it, get it out of the way.
No, you don't want to get it out of the way. You got to fucking enjoy it.
No,
it's like a present you give yourself every day that you can eat. It's amazing.
I want nachos now.
I wonder if they sell any Korean nachos down at Cilantro.
Well, unfortunately, they don't, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, Gus, is there anything else we should talk about on this abbreviated podcast?
I don't know. You got anything you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. We talked about Rivers Blue. We talked about Lost. We talked about Griffball. We talked about Achievement Hunter. Oh, we're doing a community play date tomorrow night on Achievement Hunter. We're doing Bioshock multiplayer.
Bioshock 2 multiplayer.
Bioshock 2 multiplayer, sorry. You would be shit out of luck if you showed up to play Bioshock 1 multiplayer. And then Saturday, the community is having their own play date for Aliens vs. Predator. So you should check out the Achievement Hunter group for that, and then also achievementhunter.com for ours.
So are the humans worth a damn at all in Aliens vs. Predator? Like, if you play online, are you just, like, caught in the crossfire? Are you just fodder?
I don't know. I'm doing there's, like, audio diaries for the human side, and so I just played through the entire game on the human campaign, and you're pretty fucking weak. Like, there's a point, I played it on easy because I was trying to, anytime I capture for Achievement Hunter and I'm trying to get logs or whatever, I always do it on easy because speed is, critical to get these things out fast. And even on easy, like, you fight a predator once. Even though the game's Aliens vs. Predator, you only fight one predator throughout 6 levels. And it takes like 20 minutes to beat that guy. It's so fucking annoying. And all the aliens, it's just, I don't know. Humans are pretty goddamn underpowered.
Yeah.
But I guess that makes sense.
Back when we used to go to Sundance, I had a history of watching, like, bad movies. Like, big Hollywood movies while we were there at Sundance. Like, we would rent them on video, or they'd be where we were staying or something.
Yep.
And that's where I watched Alien vs. Predator, the movie.
Me too. We saw it together. You and me and Kathleen and Griffin and maybe Bernie. Everybody. We were in the basement of that house.
We saw that surprised alien face.
Surprised
predator
surprise
face.
Predator.
When the alien burst out of the eyes.
That's so great.
And I think I saw... What was that other movie with Matthew McConaughey? They're, like, in the desert and...
Oh, the treasure movie?
I saw that one, too, the next year at Sundance after that.
I tried to watch that movie, and I made it about 20 minutes in and had to turn it off.
It was on a fucking VHS tape in the condo we were staying in.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I couldn't remember the last time I'd even seen a VCR.
I went to the movies... For some reason during Sundance, I went to a regular movie theater to see a movie, and Griffin and I tried to watch that I guess it was Uwe Boll, but the Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark movie with
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid and Christian Slater, and we had to walk out. That was pretty bad.
And then we also, one year, I don't know if you went this year, went to the movie theater and watched King Kong.
I didn't go for that, no.
We just have a bad track record of going and then like going to normal movie theaters.
Yeah. Well, because they'll be empty, right?
Yeah.
Man, speaking of Sundance, I watched an episode of The Simpsons last night that I'd never seen before.
Oh, yeah.
The Sundance episode? Did you watch that?
Yeah.
It's a pretty fucking funny episode. Mm-hmm. I mean, it had some bad stuff, but Homer's line when Lisa tells him she's going to be making a documentary about the family, and he asks if he can play Smithers, and she says, "No, Dad, I want you to play Homer Simpson." And he says, "Why? Is it because I'm fat?"
My favorite part of that episode was when Superintendent Chalmers like, "Wait, this can't really be happening."
Oh, with when they go through the wedding chapel and
like,
they
no,
have the wives.
You're unconscious in the snow, and they just like smashed up to them, like passed out.
That was pretty fucking funny too.
No, it's an alright episthen
Yeah, I dug it.
Every time my wife and I see that episode, she always asks, "Who the fuck is Jim Jarmusch?"
Your wife doesn't know who Jim Jarmusch is?
And then we'll have a conversation where I'll name off some of his movies. She's like, nope, haven't seen any of those.
She hasn't seen Dead Man?
No.
Really?
And we even
You guys have both seen Way of the Samurai.
Right. The last time we saw that episode, I even put Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai in our Netflix queue. We watched it. I reminded her last night, and she was like, what was that movie about? And I told her, she's like, I don't remember it.
Man, I liked that movie a lot when I saw it. Doesn't hold up.
No, it was not that
like
great.
99 or whatever when it came out. No, it was like 97. It was a good movie. Very quickly got dated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange to see the younger Forrest Whitaker.
It is a little
Did
strange.
you ever see The Last King of Scotland?
No, man, but I heard he's awesome in it.
It's awesome. I watched it on one of our flights somewhere. I don't remember where, but it was really good.
He's one of my favorite actors. I really like him. He was fucking awesome in The Shield.
Yeah, he was.
He was really good in The Shield.
I still haven't watched the last season of The Shield. I need to get that like in iTunes or something.
It's on Netflix streaming.
Oh, yeah. I'll just do that. That's free.
I watched the first episode 2 months
for
ago.
That,
Yeah, well, yeah, you pay a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is on Netflix streaming. It's in my queue, and I always mean to watch it, but, usually Millie's around, or Griffin doesn't like The Shield, so I always end up watching fucking Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, or Caillou, or some lame cartoon instead.
It sounds awesome.
You know how many times I've seen Honey, I Blew Up the Kid? Like 15.
You also watch Totoro, right?
Yeah, Millie watches Totoro a lot, but she's kind of in a non-Totoro phase right now. She's really into this like PBS kids show called Caillou. I don't know. It's really boring. And then she likes, for some reason, The Parenthood, the Brian Grazer, Ron Howard film, The Parenthood. And maybe she's getting ready for the TV show that's coming out. I don't know. And Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, which is just atrocious.
Well, I hope Millie doesn't listen to the podcast because she'll be devastated that you don't like her favorite things.
No, I don't think she'll care.
Okay.
Although I will say, in Honey, I Blew Up the Kid has a appearance of a young Carrie. What's her name? Carrie Russell.
Oh, really?
She's the girl in it. Yeah.
Man,
I even has her in a bikini at a water park.
Oh, nice. I know I saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but that was when it came out in the theater. I don't think I saw any of those other ones.
No, I don't know if these were theatrically released or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they couldn't have been, man.
Rick Moranis wasn't the incredible box office draw that he was.
Yeah. What? He was in so many movies in the 80s and 90s. You didn't even realize it. Going back and watching, I see him in everything now. Like he was in The Parenthood. He was one of the dudes in The Parenthood. I'd completely forgotten that. You know who else is in The Parenthood?
Who?
Keanu Reeves.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen that movie.
I remember that movie, and I think of Mary Steenburgen and Steve Martin. I don't think of anybody else. But yeah, no, it had Martha Plimpton in it, and Keanu Reeves, and just a ton of fucking people.
Man, there's like so many movies like that
Jason
I
Robards.
probably haven't seen in like 15 years.
It holds up.
It would be like a totally new movie to me again if I were to sit down and watch it.
It was a brand new movie for me when I watched it again, and it holds up. Oh, you know who else is in that movie? Joaquin Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, he plays the kid in it. It's a crazy cast.
Insane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap up. I know you got a lot of Red vs. Blue work ahead of you today.
Oh God. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
Don't sound so defeated. It's good stuff.
No, I'm excited. It's fun to finally be making it again.
It was fun recording my dialogue yesterday. It'd been a long time since I recorded like some Simmons dialogue, and
dude,
I had to do some interesting things.
We recorded so much dialogue yesterday. Like usually we record an episode at a time, so it's usually like 10 lines per character.
Yeah, right.
Maybe about a 10-minute recording file. You had 70 lines in this latest recording session. It was 3 or 4 episodes worth.
It's the stuff we're debuting at PAX.
It was like 44 pages of script, and I did the selects on your audio this morning, and it must have taken me 40 minutes to do your selects.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
I was in there for a while.
Yeah, and then I followed up by doing mine, which I hate. I hate to do my own selects.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
You listen to yourself.
Oh man,
and you're like, oh, I sound like such a dickhead.
Imagine how I feel doing the fucking podcast every week.
Yeah, I don't envy that.
Like, that's why I never talk in the final podcast. I just cut all my lines out. Today's podcast will be just 15 minutes of Jeff talking.
It's Reflections from Jeff.
All right, well, let's wrap it up so we can get to work and go eat.
All right, next week, let's try to have a Bernie podcast.
We'll try.
We'll try. See if we can do it.
Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
TTFN.